Yeah, go.
Yeah,
Live? Damp squib. That's all we can say. The Bengaluru T20I, the decider in India and South Africa, has been called off due to rain. The situation was like this. When the first rain delay happened after the toss, 1 over was already reduced. So it became a 19 over affair. India 3.3 overs, 28 for 2 when the rain descended yet again. So everybody was caught unawares. The rain had settled in at the Chinnaswamy Stadium. There was no wind, steady drizzle. The umpires and officials came out and they gave a confirmation that at 10:02 p.m. would be the last cut-off time for a 5-over game.
What 10-12?
When the initial reports were that it was 10-12. But when the host broadcaster had the interview with the officials and the umpire and the match referee, they said it was 10:02. But already it was raining. So in order for the game to begin, the rain had to stop by 9:35, 9:40. They needed 25 minutes to prepare the ground. It didn't happen. So that is why it is 2-2. Match called off.
Match has officially been called off. Series is drawn 2-all. South Africa keeps its record of not losing a T20 series in India.
Yes.
Intact,
yes. And as you can still see from the Chinnaswamy Stadium, the umbrellas are still out, the brawlies are out, and safe to say, even if it was a 10-12 start,
right? Yes.
Join us.
Yes.
You are doing live somewhere?
No. I was watching something.
Yeah, Nikhil was caught totally unawares.
All of us were.
All of us,
yes.
yes.
Except you.
You were ready here already?
Yeah, he was here.
He sent a message also, no?
Because he wants to run away now for his holiday. So he's like,
To be fair, look at it, for us also it's bonus, no? We get to get home on time.
God has answered his
Prayers.
No,
Yeah.
but still, it took them how many hours? When was the match stopped?
The match was stopped at 8:06 p.m.
8:00. Okay, match started late.
Started late, no? Because
No, it didn't.
7:50 the match started, remember?
No.
We went long. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
We
7:50.
were long.
Yes.
That's why there was a 1
They came
over.
out to bat. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
So 19 overs it became at 7:50. Then 3 overs were bowled, 3 overs and 3 balls.
So basically, okay, somebody is asking, so who was closest to the prediction?
closest.
Andrew Singh.
Andrew Singh.
69.
Andrew Singh.
Fucking number.
Andrew saying,
But I simply cannot fathom this one fact. Okay, the series schedule was out. Okay, we all saw the venues and the dates. June 19th, Bangalore. Why? When the monsoon is at its peak in.
So, okay, you are absolutely right. Monsoons at its peak, and
where is the scope? Wherever you get a chance, you play, na?
and
calendar
also
is packed.
see, you have to
It's Indian
you have
cricket.
to distribute
According to the state associations, yes. It's clear. But yeah, there was also some positivity in that because in Alur, where the Ranji matches were held, there was not much of rain interruption, barring the Uttar Pradesh versus Mumbai semi-final.
The final is in Bangalore, Ranji Trophy final.
I know, and the weather's not getting any better from 24th onwards. It's going to rain. But okay, the key thing, it rains heavily only in the evening. It doesn't rain in the day. Evening time is the thing when it rains. So Ranji is 9 to 5.
He had predicted 7-2. Actually, he had predicted 7-2 what?
9:30
Yes.
7 to 9:30. What?
would be heavy rain activity.
Rain.
See,
He had predicted.
sitting here in this Sports Today
Got the air of Bangalore in me.
Bhopal also,
Of course.
And Chennai and
and
Mumbai.
Chennai, Mumbai, Delhi now, Noida,
And Gorakhpur.
Gorakhpur.
Yep. So that is why. And once, unfortunately, what went in this weather situation was that there was no wind. If there was wind, then the rain would have cleared off pretty quickly. But there was steady rain, especially around the Chinnaswamy Stadium. So that's why it had to be abandoned.
Do you have a man of the series, player of the series now?
What is this?
I was rushing from dinner time, so.
This is his diet.
No, this is my cheat day.
Every day is your cheat day.
Every day, when did you last have Coke from here? Or
People
a
have
team drink
people
from
have
here?
cheat days. He has diet day.
Very good.
Yeah.
10 out of 10 for the joke at least.
So initially there was confusion whether it was 10:12 p.m. It was initially reported 10:12.
Everywhere said 10.
It was 10:12, but then the umpires, there was the host broadcaster had done an interview.
Match is over.
Yeah.
It's okay.
But your series prediction was way off.
Yeah.
4-1.
Everybody's.
No, we had predicted 3-2.
3-2, 3-2, 3-2. We had all predicted. I had predicted 3-2 India.
Yeah. I predicted 4-1.
India.
South Africa.
No.
South Africa. South
You had
Africa.
predicted 3-2 also, right?
I predicted 3-2. All of us
Yes. Can I?
Wow, yeah, please. I've had my
Thank
dinner. I've had my dinner.
Huh?
Your dinner is.
मैंने बोला था, I asked. This is where double standards come into the play.
Tell him now he'll bring it.
Afterwards, no. Thank you.
He's asking me, Banao.
So yes,
Will the trophy be shared? Of course.
of course.
2-all.
And there were also comments when I did the live update that whether there will be a reserve day. No, there is no reserve day in a bilateral series. There is a.
So when you share a trophy, I'm so sorry. When you share a trophy, what happens to the trophy? Where do they take it?
I guess they
The
need two
team
replicas.
that won previously has it. If that was also drawn, then the team that won the previous series has it.
With this, South Africa's record is intact.
So South Africa will keep the trophy.
And with this, India could not make the world record of bouncing back.
Bouncing back, yes.
From 2-0 down to win a bilateral T20I series 3-2.
Yep.
It's never happened before.
Yes.
It's over.
Yes.
India leg over. Now overseas.
Love
Now
Rami is
overseas,
saying
right?
Now
Bahuma was sitting out, so he cursed कि आज नहीं होगा match.
Tumba boom.
Tembaba.
If Amit Srivastava was saying South Africa could have easily won this.
How do you know that? I mean, it's just started now the game.
No, if it was a 5-over game, India would just have to play 9 balls.
That would have been also
That's a
unfair.
different matter.
That's
Yeah.
unfair. If it was a 5-over game, India would have only got how many?
9 balls.
9 balls.
And
they were
South
only
Africa
at-
would have chased a revised DLS score.
Yes, but it would be a revised.
Revised.
Do you actually like this theory or the rule that a five over a side game decides the match?
No, I don't. I don't mind a 5-over deciding so long as both teams were told before the start that it's going to be a 5-over. Vis-a-vis where India would have now started batting like they're going to play a T20 game, and then the rain came, and now you're 9 balls are left, you're saying now play like that. That's not fair. Though the Duckworth-Lewis system will take that into account and come
Revise
up with
it,
a math which will be, but I don't like that.
You know, at the end of the day, they
See,
were.
people have come, paid money, come. They would, you ask them, they would say, okay, I want to see a match.
Yes.
Whether it is a 5-over, I'll take it.
Then
Yes.
why not do this? Like say if it starts at 10-12 or 10-2, whatever the cutoff time. Say you just wipe the slate clean. Play a 5-over from the start.
But usually what they do is
I know, it's
unfair.
very
And now
weird.
again, Ishan Kishan like gully match again will come out to bat.
I want a second life.
But you know,
why not?
One player would be very, very, very disappointed. I know Shreyas also didn't get runs this
And
series.
Rishabh.
And Rishabh also didn't. But Ruturaj,
Ruturaj.
he got a game today.
Yeah.
He got an opportunity to bat,
Yeah.
didn't score again.
Yes.
Agreed.
Agreed.
He will be very, very, because he got a decent run here. 5 matches.
And that's something
For
that can be said.
Sanju Samson, in
This
a
is-
span of 7 years, got 13 opportunities
matches,
to
yeah.
bat for India.
Ruturaj got 5 straight in one
Yes.
series.
No, plus 3 in
Plus
Sri
three.
Lanka.
Yes.
Exactly.
No, so 5 straight. So 13 opportunities
In 7
over a
years.
period of 7 years, and here one player gets. I'm not saying that he shouldn't have got these opportunities, but he would actually feel disappointed.
And that's the thing. Now, if tomorrow they decide to change the thing, say, maybe go with a Sanju up top, can he blame anyone but himself? No, you got a fair run.
But I think now, see, that's what I'm saying. That team management was a different one. Nobody got an extended run.
Yes.
Now, if Sanju gets a chance, he may get a longer rope to
Then
bat
if-
and get a chance.
Yeah, if Rituraj has not performed, then at this in the Ireland series, Sanju
No,
opens with Ishan.
I'm just asking one thing about Sanju, but in IPL he gets a non-stop run. 15, whatever, 15.
Yeah.
They're also the same thing. Now, he'll play beautifully 1 or 2 innings,
Yes.
hammer 100 and you looks
And
like
then
the
there'll
best
be a
batsman in the
trough.
world. But then that thing happens. So,
Yep.
again, Who's the broadcaster for India Ireland? It's Sony here, I think.
Yeah. No, it is. 9 o'clock starts.
That is the reason why you have 9 o'clock,
9 o'clock
11
starts.
o'clock starts.
Yeah.
Oh
Not
man,
live. 9 o'clock starts.
they are not very persuasive.
Sankalp Sahu, stop the comment. Sankalp Sahu has a question for you. Yeah.
He said we made fun of Kushal Mendes. Now even he's scoring decent runs, but still Pant isn't.
Oh yeah.
One didn't get a game.
But what about Kushal Mendes?
Strike rate of 91.
98.
98.
Oh, but Sri Lanka
Improved
romping
in the
home
last
to
3
win.
years. But the reason why I had Kushal Mendes there was pretty obvious, I think.
The frustrating enigma.
Why? Tell them, na. We know. Why did you have Kushal Mendes in that list of wicket-keeper batsmen?
They were good. Poha. Very good poha.
You're saying that he's giving him death stare.
No. Not a death stare.
Ooh, 10 USD. Who's that?
By the way, Sri Lanka are absolutely.
Babar Azam.
Babar Azam has joined us. We are firstly lucky to have.
I know. Thank
Thank
you.
you,
Thank you, Babar. You're doing good.
Always running agenda. We pretty much what?
Okay,
No,
let's
it's okay. Don't take it.
let's face the criticism if
Yeah.
there is any. Always okay.
So Babar Azam, who's joined us on live chat, is saying we are running an agenda against Kohli. Virat is not just an important player for India, but his tuk-tuk style will also be important for us to restrict India.
Very clever.
Oh my.
He's being clever,
Clever,
smart,
yes.
sarcastic.
He's
Not
turned it
criticizing
around in
us.
the second half.
Yes.
I know.
This
Yeah.
sarcasm
Got a
of the
dusra.
highest
Yeah.
order.
He bowled a teesra.
Only Babar Azam could have
Done
Come up with something
done
like
this.
Babar, but what are you doing in the US?
Ah,
I know.
send some Pakistani rupees. Why? USDs.
No, we don't mind anything. It's okay.
Well, at least his clarity of thought is better
But a
than
lot of
Akmal.
people, Babar, sorry to say, even though we like you a lot here in India, in fact, you're a very popular player here.
Oh, yeah.
But a lot of people in Pakistan, in fact, Pakistani media,
Yeah.
they actually go after him like anything.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the kind of names that they use
Yes.
to refer to Babar Azam is actually disgraceful.
Yeah.
And people do watch them. I don't know. Maybe they have a nuisance value.
Yes.
No, yeah.
You've
for sure,
seen
for sure.
that?
Yes, I have seen. No, he's very underrated in his own country. Babar, by the way.
No, I think people. It's a nuisance value. If you the language, the kind of language,
I think barring England and New Zealand, most of the, I mean, for example, Steve Smith divides opinion in Australia tremendously because,
Yeah, but not the kind of language.
Yeah.
language is pretty sophisticated in England, and of course, England is a different kettle of fish altogether. In Australia, it is different.
Yeah.
But
चलिए कुछ और सवाल ले लें शिवम जी प्लीज. हाँ. Amit is asking, Rahul Bhaiya, Ireland में Sanju in place of Ruturaj?
I don't know. I can't say. See, I can have Sanju Samson as my opener if Siddharth insists. In fact, even if you insist.
Go to the bottom.
But you know, everything has to be. There has to be a logic to what you do and what you say. Is there a vision? Sanju Samson, just for the sake of giving him an opportunity, would you bat him anywhere in that batting order? If you have to give him an opportunity,
Yeah.
give him an opportunity where you actually see Sanju Samson continue, or you know, in future, if he does get an opportunity where he can bat in future, maybe, you know, 2 years down the line, 3 years down the line, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. So do you see him as an opener?
No.
So that's what I'm saying. You know, like Surya Kumar Yadav is the preferred choice in IPL. You see him bat at number 3. If you ask me, I would still bat him at number 4 against Ireland.
Yeah.
He should bat at number
That
4.
would be his India position.
Yes.
You have to bat
Now-
everywhere you
and
where you
yeah.
want them to bat
Yes.
for India. So if you're, by the way, I'm just saying, if Sanju, just to look in a different way, if you speak to him and he's ready to open, and if India is looking, they think that middle order is chock-a-block, there is no spot, But maybe there is a spot for a backup opener, and they want to try Sanju, and they're okay. Then
Can't they try Sanju at number 3?
Out on 3, na? There is Virat Kohli. Never get a
No, but Virat will not bat. Is not there in Ireland series, no.
Yeah, he can, but then you want to see him there, na, is what I'm saying. Maybe bat him, it doesn't matter if he gets you runs there.
Surya
then
is
he
back
comes
in the
into-
Ireland series.
Yeah,
so-
Surya. So
I think
I'm
he'll
saying-
bat at 4 for sure.
I'm
And
saying
Shreyas at 3 then.
no,
Ah,
Shreyas
Shreyas
is not
is
there.
in
no,
England.
In
Shreyas-
England, yeah. Then who's at 3?
That's what you can try
I'm saying.
Sanju.
Sanju.
That's what I'm saying. Again, and if he gets run
Maybe
at
Deepak
3,
Hooda.
maybe you
And
can
if-
look at him as an opener.
Yeah,
I
and
As a backup
Deepak Hooda is also an
And
option.
he's been in the squad, so you
But
think
then
he would be.
again, I would ask you the same logic. Deepak Hooda, where are you looking to fit him in? Number 3 or number 4, 5, 6?
Lower probably. Which
See, he was always a lower order batsman, people have forgotten, and he has the ability to tonk the ball. If you remember his Rajasthan Royals, SRH days, that's the role that he did.
Yeah.
Yep.
But now, because he had a very good season in the IPL for Lucknow, batting at higher up the order, people have now started thinking that, but he's actually that guy who can turn the game around with some big hits.
Yes.
Even for India, in fact, he was mostly batting.
And
Yeah.
Sanju Samson, to be very honest, if I ask you people also, you people can also comment. Do you think Sanju Samson is in the scheme of things as far as this T20 World Cup is concerned?
No.
Frankly, no.
Rahul Tripathi?
No.
So give one of them an opportunity.
Again, both good batsmen. Huh?
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, in terms of be realistic,
They are a little
you can't
late.
accommodate everyone
Yes.
in the squad. So you can only accommodate 15, unless you are of the opinion, which I know a lot of people are, that take a young team, remove all these senior players, which you and I both know is not going to happen. So unless that, go down bottom.
Benjamin Andrew Stokes is back. Been over.
Why can't you open with Rahul Tripathi? Just asking question.
For
No,
the,
in
you
case
can open with
Ruturaj-
anybody, how does it matter? They are not
Huh.
in the scheme of things for the T20.
Exactly. So, in case you don't want to open with Ruturaj now that he's failed in 4 innings, I'm saying, why can't you open with Rahul Tripathi, or you would still persist with Ruturaj because you see in him a future prospect?
Yeah, I may then stick with.
Ruturaj.
Maybe you say, he's
Ruturaj.
failed on these Indian wickets. Maybe these English wickets
Could he help a stroke player? I mean, where did he have most of his success in the UAE?
So-
if you look at the IPL.
So give him an opportunity, then take a call. Ruturaj, we've given you 7, 9 opportunities.
Yeah.
Now let us try and
Someone else.
see if a Prithvi Shaw, a Rahul Tripathi, or even a Sanju Samson, can do. Shubman Gill.
Could be. Fair point.
Yep. Niche Shum.
No,
Okay.
Benjamin Andrew Stokes is saying Australia doesn't do much changes in their squad for years. Imagine if Travis Head and Mitch Marsh is kept out in red hot form and Finch keeps playing. That's true, actually. He's right. And that's what we've been saying, that this is exactly what Australia does.
Their template.
They maintain a team, doesn't matter what the form is. If they believe in a guy, he's going to get a long run, and they stick with it, and they are the current T20 champions and have dominated international cricket for the longest time. So you know that, right? Again, no fixed formula, but personally, everyone can have their own. I like this more security, sticking with players and not dropping players every 4-5 games. It's just doesn't work. Everyone feels insecure, and then you don't get consistency.
Acha, Bahar Ali, of course, from Pakistan.
Pakistan.
What is the reason for picking Ruturaj ahead of Shubman Gill in T20? Gill is far better than Ruturaj as far as technicality and temperament are concerned.
Don't necessarily agree.
Same here.
Don't
Even I was
necessarily agree with
yes,
that assessment that he's better.
Because
We've seen a lot of both of them in the IPL. I would say in terms of technique, I love Shubman Gill, but so is Ruturaj.
Yes.
In fact, Ruturaj looks very comfortable against fast bowling and spinners. So
Yeah.
I don't know whether. And temperament also, I don't see much of a difference. So there's not much to choose. Anyway, if you have to go with Shubman, is also fair.
Yeah.
Once you give him enough run, Ruturaj, he doesn't perform, then go with
Yes.
Shubman, is also fair.
and maybe you've decided as of now that Shubman is more suited for your longer format, that is
Yeah.
Test cricket, and I personally feel that if you have to use Shubman Gill in all 3 formats, first Test cricket, then ODIs,
Yep.
then T20s. Ruturaj, now you've initiated, what you've done is you've introduced him into T20 cricket. Okay, you give him an opportunity, and not that Ruturaj also I think is well suited for ODI format.
Yeah.
And
He is.
if you ask me to compare Ruturaj and Ishan Kishan, maybe he has the confidence, he has the backing, and he has the temperament because he has been playing for some time now, and in the limelight also, not just for Indian cricket but also in the IPL. And Ruturaj, maybe he has to work on his temperament. One bad shot, that's it. One bad shot. Otherwise, he looks very pleasing to the eye, and it seems that he has. When you say that he looks more comfortable against fast bowling, which means that he has that extra bit of time.
Yeah. In fact, I was just comparing on terms of technique, where it was pointed out by Bahar Ali that Shubman is better. I would in fact argue to the contrary. In fact, in Shubman we found one glaring mistake with that incoming ball which has troubled him a few times. Whereas in Ruturaj, I don't see a glaring technical mistake. It could be temperament or lack of experience, or
maybe
bad shot, whatever.
Maybe a lapse of concentration, too early in the game.
Yes, which is also not a great thing, and he'll have to pay the price for it if he continues in this form, that he may not get a longer rope, or maybe a little bit more. I was Roger Binney, after a long time. So Babar is saying, to be clear, he himself is talking about, like Babar as in me,
himself in third person.
Complete support of people in Pakistan. Those lowlifes sitting on YouTube criticizing Babar are only seeking Indian viewership. Surprised to hear about his popularity in India. Well, Babar, I think at this time we agree with you.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you shouldn't be surprised. Any good player, I think he will enjoy huge popularity, not just in India, everywhere in the world.
A good player is a good player.
Exactly.
Doesn't matter which nationality or whatever.
But here I completely agree with you, Babar.
About the YouTube.
About Babar?
Everything.
No, Babar, I agree with you about the YouTubers. He must be watching his own country's YouTubers.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Or at least would have glanced through them and said, yeah, you know what they're doing exactly.
Yeah. So Babar, I hope you have a good time in your holiday in the US. And then do well.
We'll see you
You're a classy player and all of that, but India will beat you in the
We'll see you at the Asia Cup.
T20.
Yes.
Asia Cup.
And Babar needs to thoda strike rate.
Strike rate.
Strike
Work on your strike rate.
Because Shane, how critical he is of
Strike rates.
KL Rahul and his strike rate. So he's not.
Yesterday was actually an eye opener for you when it came to the strike rates of wicketkeeper batsmen, right?
Yeah, for Rahul, but I've always maintained that Rahul, I don't have a problem with his strike rate. I have a problem with his big match performances, which I think is a whole different thing, which numbers will not cover.
Yep.
Numbers cover that. He'll open his phone again and start.
10 more minutes.
Which match? Yes, against West Indies.
No, but
Yeah.
he's too good a player, to miss out.
I agree.
To miss out. It's just that ability to finish games.
Yeah.
I have the same problem with KL that I have with Pant. They're ridiculously talented players, so we expect more out of them.
Yes.
Yep.
Bhuvi is man of the series.
Is it confirmed?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's confirmed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well deserved.
Well
So
deserved.
happy to see Bhuvi back.
At his
He's
best.
still not at his best, because at his best though he was different
Untouchable.
level.
Yeah, different
But
level.
he's getting there.
I think he's ready to board his flight. Keshav Maharaj.
Yes.
Yeah, Keshav Maharaj.
But these guys also have to board the flight, na?
I think Indian players will leave
Before
the South African team.
Possible.
Yeah, South Africa series doesn't begin before 20th July. So I think they're
India
playing a
begins
couple
next
of
Sunday.
Yeah, 26th.
Yeah.
India's next Sunday.
Yeah, 26th.
As I said, 26.
No respite.
26th
respect.
and 28th.
Yeah.
1 week is a lot of respect
And then
in Indian cricket world.
2 days
Let's be
later,
fair.
the test match, 1-5. Then 2 days later, the ODIs. 2 days later, the T20Is. And then 5 days later, West Indies.
Oh boy.
It's like a machine.
Players are like machines.
Yep.
Bots.
Where is Shardul? Selva D is asking.
Shardul
During
is
Hardik
gone with the test team, no?
unavailability, he came and played all formats. After Hardik comes in, not part of the current and upcoming T20 squad. He has a strike rate of 180 and
Bowling
bowls
average.
A bowling average of 16. Is it fair to Shardul? Well, Selva, I think you can't compare Hardik to Shardul because Hardik is primarily a batsman who can bowl somewhat, And it's the exact opposite of Shardul, who's primarily a bowler who can
bat
once in a
somewhat.
while, perform with the bat. So not a fair comparison. In India's combination, if you look at it, you will have to go with 3 fast bowlers, and your batting has to be there. So in your 3 fast bowlers, if Shardul fits in, then you take him. But
he
as of
doesn't.
now, does he fit into those 3 fast bowlers or 5 that you take in the squad?
Yeah.
As we discussed in our pre-show, wasn't fitting in the 5 also. So there you have it. Not unfair, just saying as things are.
And let's not be too critical. We have often in the past few weeks, months, we've acknowledged and appreciated how team management has been handling its players.
Yes.
You mentioned about DK. He spoke to the official broadcaster or the
No, he spoke to BCCI.
On the song, yeah.
the official board.
Only one board.
Yeah, the official board, BCCI.
They are not in
basically.
Bihar.
And he said how the kind of backing that he has, got from the team management, everybody selector. So maybe team management has spoken to Shardul Thakur also, and Shardul Thakur, we must be, we are debating and discussing here. He must be feeling a little disappointed that he's been left out of the T20 and white ball cricket scheme of things. But maybe team management has said, boss, we are looking at you as a test specialist now. You have your IPL. You will get your, not that we are just dismissing you from our white ball scheme of things, but maybe he's traveling with the test team.
Yeah, he is.
He played really well in England.
He was the guy who changed that test series around.
Yeah. And he's going there. Hardik Pandya is not going. Shardul is going.
Yes.
So,
By the way, just on that
maybe
subject,
he's in a good space.
on the subject of team management and saying and how they're making it clear or talk. There is an interview with Wriddhiman Saha on Sports Today.
Yes,
It will be up very
must
soon.
watch.
Very good interview. All 5 minutes of that interview, he's spoken about that whole journalist controversy, and he's also spoken about his. So the interviewer, our colleague, asked him that
Our colleague, the reporter.
interviewer.
I thought
our colleague, the interviewer, in this another question that he asked,
who got the interview?
who got the interview? Yes.
Our colleague
and who got the interview? It was mutually agreed on.
Face to face,
mutually agreed on. So, anyway, let me get to the point. What does Wriddhiman Saha say? Wriddhiman Saha, the interviewer, said that, listen, now DK has made a comeback. You were told from the test team, but you are playing so well, you did an IPL. Maybe you can make a comeback into the test team as well. Wriddhiman Saha corrected him. He says no.
That's the confidence.
No, he says no. He said, I was told in no uncertain words that you are not part of this team of thing, and it doesn't matter now if I perform or not. He says, now that I'll be playing domestic cricket for another state, I'm not playing with thoughts that I'm going to be part of the team. That has been made very clear to me, that they're looking ahead, and which is fine. I'm only playing because I like this sport, and I'll continue to play till I like this sport. Now, he said, even if there was a 5% chance of me making a comeback into the test team, he said, then I would have been in England after a good IPL. I'm not. My thing is done, finished. I'm only going to play.
Confidence.
But I like this clarity.
True.
He's not living in a fool's paradise where he's saying, nahi.
I will make a comeback one day.
He knows. He's been told. This is
By the way, you must watch that interview. In fact, Wriddhiman
He's spoken
Saha.
about the journalist controversy also.
That is over
He's
now.
explained also properly. Must see it.
Yeah,
You
sure.
must see the interview. And is it already up, Shivam, or is it going to be up?
We are working on it.
You are working on it. It will be up by tonight.
Yeah.
It will be up by tonight.
Don't get worked up working on that interview.
Nothing to do. Just cut now. Just the translation has to be put up.
It's a good
5 minutes.
Yeah,
Yep.
and I think he's also spoken about the issues that he's had in the recent past with the association.
CAB.
He didn't give a very detailed answer, but spoke about it.
That is he planning to move out of?
Yes. He says he just basically.
Why are you telling it to everybody? Let them watch the interview in
It
detail.
will be up very soon on Sports Today. If you press the bell icon when you're already a subscriber, if you press the bell icon, you get all notifications. You'll know as soon as their interview is up, it will come as a notification. You can check. Andrew Singh asking who's the youngest amongst you all. Rahul, you are 28, so you are.
I'm stuck at 28 for last
So Shane and you are the youngest.
last 8 years or 4 years.
I'm the
Shivam is.
Shivam, yaar.
yeah.
Shivam, our producer is.
Shivam, how old are you? 18? 18. 18 he is.
How old are you?
12.
अरे सच में जो
बैन हो जाएगा हमारा चैनल.
अरे ये बोलो लेबर लॉ के
लेबर लॉ के अगेंस्ट ये बोल रहे हो.
What are labour thing? I love this.
Doesn't matter. Law doesn't see if you love it or not. Please tell your real age.
20.
23.
Even a woman would not have shied away from this.
Yeah.
इतना ड्रामेबाजी even a woman would not do.
Exactly.
Achha, Love Rami is asking you, will Umran Malik or Arshdeep get a chance in Ireland or in England? If selectors pick them in England, mark my words, Umran Malik and Mohsin Khan could be the biggest prospects for India in Australia T20.
By the way, I was talking to a former cricketer about Mohsin. I'm not taking the name because it's slightly critical. So I was just saying how I like Mohsin and there. So he said a very interesting thing. He said no, he is good in short. He looked like but there are two things that may not go in his favor. One, he says that because he doesn't have a smooth run, he uses the shoulder, so he'll be injury prone because he gets the effort last. That is one. And he said we get all excited with 4 overs. So he said 4 overs is good, but get him to play 4-day cricket, then you will. Is he good for 4-day cricket? He says don't start deciding now because someone is exciting. So give them time, because he said 4-day cricket is completely different ball game.
I know.
And you need to have patience, work on a wicket. People are not taking risk against you. So don't get super excited. He looks good. But Umran, I think the other thing is he's got that X factor of pace. So that can
Raw
surprise
pace.
us.
Yeah.
And he's got a rhythm to his bowling. So he's not just using his shoulder. So it's not that just 4 overs. He could be good if you use him in these short bursts. Like sometime India uses Bumrah in Test cricket. 3-4 over bursts may not be a bad option. But I don't think he'll get a chance in the Test match. So no chance.
Umran? No chance.
Looks difficult.
So your bowling lineup is
pretty sorted.
Pretty sorted. In fact, it's tough to pick the third fast bowler
Exactly.
alongside Bumrah and Shami.
Mr. Giri,
Huh?
can we come down?
Prasad Bhagat wants to know, will Hardik be bowling? Will difficult India go with 5 pacers?
If Hardik is bowling, it will be difficult for India to go in with 5 pacers for the T20 World Cup squad. That's what I think.
No, he's saying with Hardik bowling, it will be difficult for India. Oh, okay.
So basically, he's saying he gives you an option.
No, but they will still take 5, I'll tell you, because of injuries.
Yes.
That
You
has
will
to
take.
happen.
Yeah. Unless the other option is you take 4, but you take a 20-member squad and the remaining are you call them net bowlers
Net
or
bowlers,
whatever.
yeah.
So they're with the team, and in case an injury happens, you quickly get a replacement there. Then maybe that way they can work around it. That's another smart way of working, because you'll only play 3. One backup is there, and the next backup is. There will be Prasidh Krishna, Navdeep Saini, everyone to bowl in the net. One of them you just pick.
Umran
Malik, whatever. You just pick one of them and he plays. Bahar Ali Singh, latest updates on Asia Cup. Well, now that Sri Lanka is hosting cricket, so that's a good sign. That means Sri Lanka will host it. There was some doubt about moving out of Sri Lanka, but they hosted a very successful series against Australia. So no issues there.
And actually, Sri Lanka and maybe the Asian nations who are scheduled to play in that Asia Cup, they were actually looking forward to this series.
Yes.
If this goes on smoothly, I think maybe
Because
Asia
after
Cup
the Australia series, they play Pakistan come for 2 tests. So that will be very interesting as well. And that is why this Asia Cup assumes even more importance, T20 format. And Colombo might be an ideal preparation for big game pressure. Ideal. India, Pakistan, everybody will get a chance to see how they fare up.
And also for Sri Lanka also it is very important.
Every series is
kind of
important.
crisis that they are. Exactly.
I mean, everybody felt that the 96 crisis was difficult. This is even worse.
11 is picked.
Yeah.
KL, Rohit, VK.
Number 4 is Jadeja, Hardik 5, DK 6.
Yeah.
Shardul is 7,
Seven.
Harshal is 8, Bhuvi is 9, Bumrah is 10 and Chahal is 11.
Sky is gone for a
No
toss.
Shami.
Sky is gone for a toss.
Also,
No Sky.
Surya Kumar batting is too thin, my friend.
Yep.
There is
Jadeja
still,
at 4.
No Rishabh Pant.
yeah, and
Though
Selva,
they were playing Jadeja at
you know,
4.
we still have only 4 selectors. Maybe you can
You get over
push
your
your
4
case.
selectors.
Arey, but how is it possible?
It has happened. 5th selector from the West is not been selected for a long time.
No, but why?
I don't.
Well, for me, it is very difficult to digest. No?
Yep. Central,
How many
East,
teams have been
North,
selected?
South are all
You are
represented.
the
but
only one who's saying indigestion after that. Nobody else is raising this point.
Because
They are
you-
saying Indian cricket is going on well.
exactly. So you
Then
could
why
have.
bother?
So you could have not. You should not have challenged that
Supreme Court.
the Lodha recommendations that of just 3 selectors. You said we need 5 because India is a big country. Selectors have to travel, have to
Yeah.
watch matches here and there. Now,
They are thinking about.
no,
Now
they
we
are
do.
thinking. So basically, there's a huge
Selection.
dearth of players in the West.
yes. And where are your most
Yes,
of your
there is a dearth of players
zones?
in the West.
Which zone has won the most domestic championships?
West.
The West.
Then how can they be a dearth? There's so many players there.
But now they need chief selector. No, you need to.
I get, Sameer Dighe is there. Nilesh Kulkarni is there.
For some time, Jatin Paranjpe was also there.
Ajit
He has already
Agarkar.
become.
Yeah.
Ajit Agarkar is
Ajit
there.
Agarkar is there.
Okay, maybe they don't want to have a bowler.
Amol Mazumdar is there. He's a coach.
Amol hasn't played it. No,
Oh, acha.
Amol hasn't played anything.
International cricket he
unfortunately.
hasn't played.
Yeah. You need that. Yes, that tick mark.
Salil Ankola.
Sri Lankola is there.
A lot of.
But he's current MCA president, no?
Avishkar Salvi is there.
Savishkar.
Avishkar Salvi, I think, is now. Of course, if you ask him to
Ask
become
him,
the
he'll come.
selector.
Yes.
Salil Ankola.
No, actually, there are a lot of players.
And Dilip Vengsarkar, big boy, is already become chairman of
Chairman
Selector.
of
You
Selector.
can't bring him back. Yeah.
Yes.
So, to me, at least, it is surprising.
Shaniwar is having a lot of fun, it seems.
Match is not. Yeah. Okay.
Yash Singh, can Akshar continue to play? He's not performing, but Akshar is not part of your
Plan.
whole
He's a-
scheme of things.
He's the perfect stopgap to Ravi Jadeja, and that's it.
And Ravi Jadeja has already donned the new color,
Yeah.
new jersey.
Looking forward for a fresh start.
Fresh
He's
start,
back
he's looking
after a
forward.
long break.
Yep.
Also, Ritik Boja, why don't we see Siraj in T20s? Did you see him in the IPL?
Yeah. But Siraj in Test match
Is a
It's a
different,
different
runner.
beast
Front runner
altogether.
for the
Yeah.
third pace.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Alongside Umesh
Bumrah.
for the third.
For the third
for
pace,
the
he's saying
Test
Umesh.
match.
No,
Bumrah Shami,
Bumrah Shami.
third pacer.
I
Could
think
be legit
Siraj.
in Umesh.
Ahead of
Siraj,
Umesh.
that's what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
saying. Siraj. Now
Shardul-
Ishant
You will play 4
Shardul will be
pacers
there.
in that test match.
Shardul will be the fourth.
And Jadeja or Ashwin. Jadeja
Shardul
slash
the
Ashwin.
fourth.
Yeah.
Shardul is there for.
You will play 4 pacers there in Edgbaston. No
Yeah.
two ways
No,
about
but
it.
you didn't do that at the World Test Championship.
But that was Southampton. Different conditions.
I think that
Were the
one-
conditions different?
Yeah.
You saw the match na, after that.
I did.
But the different conditions.
As I said, first test, always India has a starting problem at the Sena countries. And of course, New Zealand, man, they had to win it.
I like Big Boy's question. When will we have overhead roofs at stadiums?
It's an
Never.
expensive thing.
They had one in Melbourne, na?
The
Melbourne.
Docklands.
Yeah.
It's now been demolished. It's no longer.
And the one, what's
But
that?
why
Perth one.
the Optus one, the new one. No,
Optus.
that doesn't have a roof.
No, but actually, it's not a bad idea. Yeah.
Money would
But
be
it's a very, very expensive.
Undertaking,
Come
yeah.
on, how much?
Very expensive.
You've just sold IPL rights for how much?
But
100
Come
crores
on,
per game.
yeah.
I think
118 crore per game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on.
how
I'm
much,
saying-
no, but how much do you pay to every state association?
I'm
You
saying,
pay around 60 cr, 60 70
Yeah,
cr
must be.
is what you
Per
pay
year.
them
Per annum.
annually. Now,
lot of.
so
Arey, don't see it.
they will have
they
to
have
raise
a lot
funds
of
on
money
their
in
own.
their coffers. It keep you
No, no,
keep
I
saving
know.
also, na. And you don't have to. You don't need the money now. Today's day and age, EMI, State association can take a loan, construct it, and every year keep paying some chunk
Let me
of
tell you,
that.
which
But
bank
majority
would
of
not want to
cricket
give
now
a-
is
Yeah.
also happening in Ahmedabad and West
I'm
Bengal
saying
only.
there
No?
are some places where
So
it's
you-
always raining.
Like
like West Bengal.
Colombo.
Colombo should have one.
Oh yeah.
No,
for
we
sure.
we can also make a.
No, we are not going to pay for it. Colombo will. The Sri Lankan Cricket Board actually doesn't.
See,
have
the only place that doesn't need it is the UAE.
Ha.
True.
It rarely rains there, rarely. England, please do it in England. Every stadium there an overhead roof, please. You can't have that farcical situation in the World Test Championship final,
But
where
cricket
luckily you
also
had
rains a
a.
lot,
But
Mumbai.
cricket was a game or a sport that was never meant to be played in rain.
But I'm saying try not. Tennis was also like that. It was in the lawn tennis.
Lawn tennis,
Now
yeah.
it's got roof everywhere. They close
Yeah.
it. Some players don't like it, but they play. They like Nadal likes an
Nadal
open
hates-
roof so
That-
that the balls are heavier.
That
and
French
but
Open roof is hideous.
Closed, it's closed. You have to live with the rule. They realized that was you have
But
to.
then
concede.
Apart from the
there's
US
an
Open-
outdoor sport, there's an indoor sport. Indoor game or outdoor game.
But
So
now with time you have to.
what is outdoor is outdoor. What
See,
is
in
indoor
tennis,
is-
3 out of the 4 Grand Slams have the roof. Australian Open, they do it for the heat. Second French Open, they've had to do it because of the rain. Wimbledon needed it
because of rain.
urgently because of rain. Only the US Open doesn't do it.
But there are also timing of the weather and stuff like that. I
Yeah,
think
August to
would need it.
September. Yeah.
Yeah.
Traditionally, the hurricane season also passes by at that time. So,
weatherman.
told you, Bangalore weather. When the first itinerary was announced for this, I was stunned. Oh, Bangalore gone.
Yeah.
Shivam नीचे आ जाओ.
19th
Shall we?
June.
Shall we?
We can.
Oh
You
well,
are paid journalist.
India's challenge at the FIH Pro League has also ended, unfortunately.
Oh.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
Fit more.
Can you imagine? Yes, yesterday.
What do you think?
Huh? This was an ideal Chakde moment in hockey. Yesterday, ideal.
What?
2 seconds left. The penalty is converted. 2-2 goes into the penalty shootout. 2 seconds left. Harmanpreet Singh.
What is Kamlesh Parmar saying after a long time, yaar?
Kamlesh Parmar first, where was he?
Yes, after a long time.
Acha,
Please come down.
Can you come down?
Come down a little.
Just slightly scroll. No. Scroll. Just use the mouse.
अरे नीचे आ जाओ. हाँ. हाँ.
I did
Gaya.
हाँ, ठीक है, you can go.
Thakur to Gio.
On June the 22nd is my
Oh.
wedding. I would like to extend a heartfelt invitation to all of you. Oh, thank you
Oh, thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you.
Kamlesh ji,
No, but where do we have to go?
That's a good
send
point.
us a proper invite on our Instagram handle. Send us a.
No, you can send it here also, and in fact, I request our 86,000 family members, please join us there at his wedding.
Who are you to invite? He
We
has
are
to
all
invite.
We are all
86,000
family
guests
members.
at his wedding.
You wait a
Wow.
sec.
Imagine
Said-
86,000. We have political
People
rally.
line up for free food.
Some
Send
political
us a
rallies happen.
Man, I got a
direct message on
I got a
Insta
shock
handle.
when 1,000 people
Sports
turned up
Today's
at my
Insta
wedding.
handle.
Huh?
1,000 people turned up at my wedding and I was shocked.
Full village you must have invited.
They had my wife's full
Yeah,
village
they have
said.
that now.
No, people would have come from Gorakhpur, Bhopal,
No,
Chennai,
not Bhopal.
Bombay, Delhi, and
Chennai.
Sivan.
Sivan. Sivan.
Madhya Pradesh, whole Madhya Pradesh.
No, not Madhya Pradesh.
Yeah, but people from 5
Anurag was not there.
Rakesh Bhushan, we've answered that question about who decided to have a
मेरा
game
इंदौरी
in
तो है
Bangalore
वो.
at this time.
Anurag.
You
He's
are
from
playing
Indore, no?
non-stop
So he was not
cricket
there.
anyway
He didn't
through
know.
the year. So there is no way that you can
Anurag.
decide at this
हमारे
season.
Anurag, हमारे producer social
It could
media
have
guy.
rained at any time in any venue. I understand it was raining in Bangalore, but with the amount of cricket India is playing, don't think we have that
Yeah.
option. So that's it. Plus, I mean,
Could have
not
played in
to
Chennai
be-
where it is bone dry, but yeah, state associations.
Chennai also.
Yeah, now we don't get the southwest
Shivam?
monsoon, no, we get a northeast monsoon.
रुपीस पे भी क्लिक कर दो.
Weatherman.
It's not a good. Gurupal.
Saying not a good thing to mention CSK and Jadeja matter again and again. Jadeja and Ashwin were backed by MST when every journalist mentioned them as CSK quota. Jadeja will not leave. Gurupal, we hope for the sake of
We
CSK
hope
he
so,
does
yeah.
not leave. And as about mentioning it again or not, whether we mention it or not, that matter will be there. If we mention it more, it doesn't increase. Mention it less,
doesn't
reduce.
decrease.
Decrease.
So in that front, there was a context to why it was mentioned today after a tweet. It's not that randomly we actually do a lot of things randomly, but it's
This
not
wasn't
that this
random.
we
No.
just picked it up randomly.
He's like, we have nothing to talk about. Let's talk
We
about
did not.
Jadeja.
Jadeja.
Then at the end of the day, we are paid journalists.
Aren't we all?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
that's
said
what I'm
we
saying.
are. He said we are paid.
Who does the job for free?
There was one mobile ad which made a big joke on this paid thing. One guy asks a tree, "Are you prepaid or postpaid?"
Break his head. Like the worst.
That was the worst
You have
ad,
bad.
I am saying. Ad.
My God.
Worst ad.
No, worst ads, there's a lot of candidates.
Yeah.
Let's be fair.
Are
Shivam
you-
can do the honor.
How do you know Sivan? Premium One is asking Siddharth.
Well, my in-laws are from that particular
He's a
place.
Jamai of Sivan.
Also,
Jamai.
that's Siddharth used to be.
Shabuddin
ठीक है.
is his uncle.
No way, family friend.
Also,
Family friend.
also, by the way, Hassan Raza points out that in
Arey,
Chennai
see,
also
you
it's
were
raining.
sent.
No?
Okay.
Arey.
Arre, my good old friend
Ah,
Chandresh
Chandre.
Narayanan.
Chandresh.
Shagun.
Chandre.
Shagun is
Shubh
said.
Labh. Yes.
By the way, Hassan Raza is pointing out
It's raining there also. Oh,
mentioned.
Don't
brilliant.
just comment without knowing. Unfair on this T20 squad. They will also play 2 warm-ups in England, Derby and Northern,
Northerns,
but
yeah.
may not get to play
If
England.
this squad gets to play England, they'll be eaten up.
Yeah. No, not necessarily. But many people are saying they are very good.
Livingston, Butler,
Roy,
Besto.
Besto, Morgan.
You're underestimating this England team.
All young bang cricketers.
They
no?
were,
Yeah.
but he's right in a way.
Yeah, he is.
Sending them.
But good on the the Indian or rather the BCCI, good on their part that they will get to play 4 matches. Some of these players may not actually get to play a single match there in England.
Yes.
Had it been just 2 matches,
No.
somebody like Venkatesh Iyer has been warming
The bench.
bench for 5 games,
Games,
and
yeah.
will continue to do so in the next couple of games.
But
at least he
also-
may get a
Also, I mean, it's a norm in cricket only. Na? When the best players are available, they come back.
Yep.
That's a
And if
normal
you are the-
any sport.
By the
Yeah,
way,
exactly.
Chandresh comes from West Zone.
Yeah, we have Chandresh.
From South
they
Zone
can't
also?
find a.
He was initially from South
He's
Zone
like
and then from
No.
West Zone. But Chandresh, we've been trying to figure out what has happened to that 5th selector. Another team, another squad has been selected, and the other thing that we were talking about, the selection.
We said how many players are there who can become selectors. There's Sameer Dige, Nilesh Kulkarni, Avishkar Salvi, Ajit Agarkar.
Ajit Agarkar was there in the fray, but,
Yeah, but they
people
did
like Chandresh from West Zone never backed their West
Man.
Zone people.
How do you know? Don't
I know him. He's my good friend.
How do you know he didn't back him? Yeah?
He's in touch with a few of the
Important decision makers.
no, a few of the prospective
Yeah, that's why I took their name.
front runners.
Kiran More, but he's already
Kiran
been,
Murray has already been a chief
chairman.
selector.
Yeah.
Kiran Murray.
Chandresh,
click.
we added-
Yeah, yeah, go.
100, 100 rupees.
Can't they approach Sachin Tendulkar?
Sachin will
For
not
Indian
become-
cricket.
No, why will he become selector?
Why?
Why? Yes.
For Indian cricket, Tendulkar will do anything.
Wasim
He
Jafar.
can do.
The longest servant of
No,
Indian.
no, he's such a earnest man that he will say that I'm not watching games regularly. If I'm busy with other things, then I won't do justice to my
Actually, you
job.
giving ideas to.
I'm not giving ideas. I know.
To-
I know that he is a busy man, and a selector has to be watching. That's why they said we need 5 selector. So much cricket happening everywhere, and if he cannot give his full time dedication.
No, that I know. Selectors are actually watching each and
Correct.
every game.
So how do you
But
expect
what's the
someone who's
use
as
of-
busy as Sachin Tendulkar to be watching? He cannot.
What about Mr. Jafar? Wasim Jafar.
Wasim Jafar,
Yeah.
other
Good
option.
shout.
So many options we've given you.
No, but do you have to watch cricket to select a team?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or
How
do
would
you have to
know
select a
who's
team?
doing well domestically? You have to keep watching now. All of that also.
But those who are selecting the teams, they are actually watching cricket. You don't have to worry about that.
No, they are maybe not.
Huh? You're
Maybe
saying they
they are-
don't watch. They don't watch
I'm
cricket.
not talking about selectors.
Okay, you are saying that selectors are not.
Selectors have to watch.
No, but they are watching. That I know for sure.
Selectors.
Yeah, they are watching.
Selectors.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
then that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah.
Then Sachin cannot. But then who's selecting the teams? What are you saying that those who select the team?
Those, everybody involved. It's the
Who are like?
the selectors, team management, coach and captain. Of course, they are also involved.
That is team management. What else? Who else?
And I'm sure there are other people also involved.
Like
No,
who else? I have never heard of anyone else select team other than the selectors. They take advice from coach and
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
but that you said others, whatever. Who was the others?
So, Chandresh has.
Selva D is saying if Sky plays at number 4, will you go top 6 are right-handed batsmen because Hardik surely plays at 5 and DK at 6. I bet on this.
In number 4, India will go to left-hand batsman. Pant?
Actually, there is no left-hander in that
No,
top
you
order at
can.
all.
You can.
If Pant is there at 6, then that's there. But in the top 5, there's no
Otherwise,
one.
hasn't that been like a problem for years besides the
No,
Shikhar
they've
Dhawan?
pushed. By the way, they can push the whole batting order. They've pushed Jadeja because of that.
Yeah.
Hey, your test team, your first left-hander comes in at number
Sky will
6.
come at 5 also.
Comes in at number
DK
6.
can
Yep.
6, Hardik at 6, DK at 7. Yeah,
Hardly matters.
they are playing now different template
Yeah.
cricket, but they have to attack. So
Yep.
you will need a long batting
A
lineup.
good batsman is a good batsman, whether he is
Now go
left-handed
to
or
200.
right-handed. Must be a sarcastic comment, I'm sure.
Oh,
Lalchand
Praveen
Rajput.
Amre, Lalchand Rajput, Vinod Kambli. Yes, thank you Chandresh for pointing out. So many people.
Sort out. Sort out.
No, he hasn't asked us.
Also,
He's
does
saying
this
does it mean India is history?
history?
Because no, India A will go for test match 4-day na. For there you can send Priyank Panchal and KS Bharat and they're not featuring anywhere here.
Yes.
They will go there. There's so
There
many
are a
bowlers.
number of
Yes.
prospects in
Because the
cricket.
domestic performers don't get picked. So they can
Abhimanyu
go for
Ishwaran,
India.
all those
Abhimanyu-
guys.
Exactly.
Ishwaran, yeah.
They're all go.
But even if Abhimanyu Ishwaran scores something big there, what will he do?
No,
will you pick
who-
him?
How does it matter? He's talking about India
India
A tour.
A.
They can go for India A tour. India A tour.
No, that's what I'm saying. I thought that was that was the progression that
Linear,
first you play in
yeah.
domestic cricket, then you make it to the India A squad, then you make it to the Indian team. If I remember correctly, Abhimanyu Ishwaran is a decent opener and
And he was there in the
in
squad
England.
for the England
England.
series and the World Test
So was
Championship.
But
Priyank
what
Panchal.
happened? No, Priyank Panchal was selected, got a maiden call up.
Yes. So
He didn't get an opportunity, that's fine.
there are
But
a lot of
Abhimanyu
people who
Ishwaran, there was a vacancy, but he was still not picked in the 11. Why? They said no.
let's get someone.
So from Sri Lanka. And I'm
So who decided that?
4 selectors, 1 captain, 1 coach, and if the other bigwigs.
Who?
No, it could be anyone.
Which big?
No, I'm not saying that they decide, but there were reports, I may be wrong, there were reports that board president, of course, see, convener is as it is there.
Now you're telling.
So,
Okay,
and there were reports that board president was also there. So, maybe I'm sure Dada has so much of experience.
do you believe those reports?
Chandresh actually told me once, I remember. Chandresh actually called me and he asked
That president
are these reports true? I said, I have no idea. So then he said, let me find out. Then he called me again a day later and then he said, so now you are asking, should I believe Chandresh or not?
I don't know.
You
So
don't
you are
believe
saying though. So selectors are not selecting.
No,
the team.
obviously selectors are, yes, selectors are actively
Why
involved.
Why are you coming up with these theories? These.
We are selecting players, but we can't select selectors now. Anyways,
Amrik saying yes, we answer that. Left arm pacer in the squad. I think India will look at it, but it's a very close call. We don't know who the 5th guy is. So we've
Anime
already-
fan is saying Nikhil Naz is my
Oh,
favorite
Anime, thank you
sports
so much.
journalist.
Anime.
So Brancho is saying you guys are superb with great cricket talk, and I'm a great fan of all of you. Thank you.
Thank
Don't-
you.
you're not
Thank you
fan,
so much.
You're a family member.
Yeah.
You're part of this big group that we call Sports Today. We come
Yep.
and discuss cricket. Sometimes we get love like this. Sometimes we get a lot of hate also and abuses. But that's we take everything
Yep.
in our stride.
We criticize people, people also criticize us. People in the sense, I'm sure we criticize, at times we criticize players on the basis of their performances. And
Where are you going on the holiday now? We're
I
wrapping
haven't
up.
decided.
So you're going tomorrow on holiday
And
without
not
knowing.
decided.
You were, huh?
Not decide tomorrow you're going, but you don't know where you will go. You might end up at home only then sitting.
No.
That's what happens.
I'm leaving. See, I think I've got.
Now your message has come. Okay, you're
Arey,
going. there.
Chandresh is saying I have sent a third super chat.
No, we
400,
cannot.
200.
No, there. No.
Huh?
No, we cannot see your third.
No, just click on that one. See, there's no.
No, this was taken.
The one 200 rupees.
Must
chat.
be the cheap one, 40 rupees.
Yeah. Yeah. Love is love. Love is love. Money. Sunny, I rated Rishabh Pant's performance 4 out of 10 in post-match analysis today, and he said it's below par. If that's the reason, why don't we drop him from T20 and groom a keeper?
It's not the time to be grooming anyone for a World Cup.
40
now.
rupees wala hi. He's
Yeah,
saying
I told
40
you,
rupees
I
wala.
told you. That's why it gets lost. Tell him next time raise the stake like he did very well in his earlier chat. The rest one just get lost in the other messages.
Yep.
But on that front, yes, we've also said it on Sports Today that Pant hasn't had a great series. Now there are people pushing for that spot, and
Yes.
that spot may be in a bit of a danger. But let's see how the remaining,
Pant is not so safe anymore.
how the remaining T20Is pan out. So
Basically, Chandresh has just messaged me. He's saying that Shivam, you've missed his super chat. It was for
It's okay,
40
yeah.
rupees. Yes, he's saying there is no India A tour for the next 1 year now. But why do we need India A tour?
India A is playing, as you are saying.
We already
The two
have
teams are playing.
33 players on the road throughout the year.
वो क्या है ना सर 100 रुपए से कम की जो चैट होती है ना वो पर
I know. I
मैं आपको चंद्रेश जी का नंबर भेजता हूँ, आप उनको एक वॉइस नोट भेज दीजिए। 100 रुपए की चैट होती है ना, ऊपर दिखती नहीं है, वहीं आती है।
I'm telling him. That's why I said it. He will get that.
But I want him to convey this to you.
क्लिक करते हैं ना
No, I have.
Fit Monk has a very interesting point. He said, Nikhil, fearless cricket for England means 3 sixes in an over. For us, it is 1 6 and 1 boundary in every over. Sorry, we are not looking like a World Cup winning team. That's your opinion, Fit Monk. But as I say never. When this Indian team goes to any World Cup, they are one of the favourites.
Yes.
You like it or not, they're in with a chance.
Yeah.
They will be in the top 4, and you cannot decide, or nobody can say with guarantee which is the team that will win. If England were so outstanding in their T20 cricket, did they win the last T20 World Cup?
No.
They did not.
Who?
England.
But they were favourites.
One of the
favourites.
many. So that's what happens.
India? Were we one of the favourites?
Yes, we were.
Now in Australia?
We will go in as one of the favourites for sure. For sure. There will be a good 4, 5, maybe 6 teams that are.
I think Australia, they were not the favourites.
They were not the favorites.
Yeah,
but
but,
they-
but I remember doing a show on a different platform where we had to pick our top 4, and I think majority people picked Australia in the top.
Because they have the. I think you must have.
we had experts,
See,
also
top-
former cricketers, everyone.
See,
Nobody
top 4
counts Australia out, yaar. That's
See,
what I'm
top 4 Australia, more often than not, Australia will finish in top 4. And
after that,
with
you
a,
never know.
And with a team like Australia, a team that has the experience of winning so many World
I
Cups,
think
they
the-
tend to punch above the. Even if they have a moderate or a weaker team, or not a favorite team for that matter, if they make it to top 4, they will have. They will always be a huge threat.
There was only one surprise in the top 4. I remember that, where multiple people, everyone had picked, let's say, England, India, Australia, New
Pakistan.
Zealand.
Yes.
New Zealand.
Oh.
And
I had picked
then
England.
what had happened? India went out and Pakistan came in.
Yeah.
So the one major surprise.
As it is, 5 teams play and 4 have to make it.
My 4 favorites in that
What do you mean
2021.
5?
6, okay.
There were how many teams in total?
Here Sri Lanka were playing the
Yeah,
qualifiers, imagine. Bangladesh were playing qualifiers.
This time West Indies are playing the qualifier
Exactly.
West Indies, 2-time champion. Doesn't matter if they're playing qualifier.
because low ranking. That's the
They're
problem.
dangerous.
But Australia were placed in the group of death. India were placed in an easier group in 2021.
What is more difficult is, for example, if I ask you who will be the 4 teams to make it to the knockouts in FIFA World Cup, they are 32 teams.
But even for those 32, not
8.
every 32, 8 to
8.
10 maybe you could say.
Not 8
Still
to 10,
8 to
you can
10.
narrow it by 6 also.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
8 to
You
10
have
not
to the
generous.
semis.
No, to the knockouts.
Quarters.
Quarters. Top 8 you can pick one pretty
Yeah,
easily.
ये top 8.
Yeah, you have 6 teams.
You will take 10 names and more.
You
often
get at
than
least
not.
5 or 6 so you'll get right.
Yeah.
रुको अशोक पटेल से आपके हिसाब से वर्ल्ड कप के लिए स्ट्रॉन्गेस्ट प्लेइंग 11 क्या होनी चाहिए थी? वो होनी चाहिए, what should be the?
अरे very easy यार. Make it now. So easy.
I think strongest, so you can have.
Well, I'll predict my
It should
11
be a balanced
immediately.
team rather than the strongest team.
Yeah.
Predict.
My India 11, if I have to take for the World Cup, KL, Rohit, Virat, Suryakumar, Hardik, DK, Jadeja, Chahal, Bhuvaneshwar, Shami, Bumrah.
Done.
चले?
In the words of MS Dhoni, nothing more to
Nothing more to
add.
add.
On that note, where are you going for a holiday?
I haven't decided. I told you, no.
Some nice.
Please no, he's being secret. His fans will mob him.
No,
otherwise.
no, I don't.
They will reach there and.
In modern parlance, we say no plans, just vibes.
Wow.
So this is vibes.
Wow, vibes.
Holiday
So
vibes.
he'll just put his bag in the car in the
And
morning,
then
and then
take off
wherever the
somewhere.
car takes him, he'll just go.
I just hope I don't get into a protest or something. No, on my way to these
Oh,
places.
nowadays, yeah. Let's not get political.
No, I'm not saying because there is actually
No,
some.
but go towards this. side.
Protests are happening
yes.
in
Yeah.
different parts. So I just hope.
No, you'll be fine. देखो.
Or
चले? Huh? Oh.
Will the pace of Bhuvi, Harshal, Deepak work on true Australian pitches? Also, DK relies on fours and short flat sixes. Will that work in big grounds? Good question, Rohan Chandravarkar. I'll tell you what. By the way, Aussie pitches, stop looking at them as Aussie pitches. They are going to be flat
Yes.
pelters.
And that big Aussie grounds is also big.
Big
This-
becomes
Not
small.
as big as
Yeah.
they used
No,
to be.
test matches you will still see them big, but you will see in the T20 World
It's
Cup
short.
boundaries are
Yeah.
The
exactly.
square boundaries in Adelaide are just what 60 meters.
And pitches will be belters.
Belters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so they're all drop-in pitches. You get a lot of runs. So don't worry all this. I think a bowler, it's not necessarily pace or mounts. A bowler who's a sharp T20 bowler who's got variety, can nail in those Yorkers, has a good, deceptive slower one. All of these will work.
Yeah.
The traditional T20 skills will work.
yes.
Don't think of it as Australia as in, yes, if it was a test series and the first test was in Gabba, and then maybe we would be talking
Then we'd be
different.
having a different debate.
But it's not.
You would have
That's
still
not
been
the
winning.
Gabba. I'm
You would have
just
still counted India as one of the favourites there.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that discussion then
Yeah.
changes into what should be the
What
fast
should be
bowler.
the, yeah.
Here it
There will
doesn't.
always be favorites, irrespective of wherever we are playing.
Chalo.
Even if we are playing a
Bas
FIFA
karo.
World Cup, even if we are in the national security. Oh, what is that? Security Council, UN Security. There also we'll be favorites.
Channel will be,
FIFA World Cup
channel will be.
will be favorites. Channel is also favorite.
Band karo. Shivam,
Yeah.
close it.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Vanakkam.
Yeah,
Good night.
Great
Support
company. See you
of
tomorrow.
1.4 billion
Bye.
people.
Bye.